Hi, I just want to go over this fiction project quickly. In class we spend a fair amount of time discussing it, so I wanted to give you guys that opportunity to hear it straight from me as well. So the point of each of these genre unit projects is to show me how much you've learned over the course of the unit itself. So you want to make sure as you're constructing your project that you're really thinking about what am I including here to make sure that I'm showing how I've developed and how I've really honed in on my understanding of literature throughout the project. So you have three different options here, and you can choose any one of them. I really suggest that you pick something that speaks to you. There's no project that works better for me or anything else. It's up to you. So find something that you want to connect with and that you're going to put in some time on. The first option is creative. When you write your own short story, keep in mind that I'm not really grading you on the story itself as much as how much you've integrated the elements of fiction that we've been looking at over the course of the unit. So I've got a list here: protagonist, antagonist, setting, theme, plot development that's logical and captivating. Some of you have noted on the discussion post that the plots haven't been very captivating to you. So create something that is. There's no minimum or maximum. However, you have to have a complete story, right? So there's the key. You've read some stories that you felt were kind of incomplete, even if they were longer. And yet there are some stories that are very short that feel complete. At the end of the short story, you should write a paragraph, it can certainly be more, of explanation which you relate your story to at least 3 of the stories that we have read in this unit. So we want to see direct correlation. Why have you created this piece? How does this piece relate to the other literature we've been looking at? Technological option. Certainly you can look at a PowerPoint or a Prezi. If you haven't ever done a Prezi, you should check it out. Prezi.com. It's pretty neat. It's free. You should look at it. And you want to do this about a literary term, such as protagonist. Here's the key. It really needs to reflect a college level understanding. So you need to go way beyond maybe what you've seen before or what you've used before, what you've interpreted before. So I want you to pick something that's interesting and informational for your classmates. You have to have a minimum of 10 solid slides or movements in a Prezi. You can certainly have more than that. Each of these slides needs to convey information in a way that's organized and logical for the viewer. In those slides, you should use examples from at least 3 of the stories that we read in the unit to assist you in defining and explaining the term. Some of you will create a PowerPoint, right? Some of you might work on doing the Prezi. If you do a Prezi, just submit the URL. There's a link that you can do to your Prezi, and you're going to submit that in a document as your assignment. The last one is the essay, and maybe this is what you guys were expecting when you got into a literature class. It's a 3 to 5 page essay of analysis. Some people are really comfortable writing essays, some people not so much. So if this is within your wheelhouse, you can look at a character, a series of characters, a theme. It can span several stories, or some sort of literary argument. And certainly if you have questions about what topic you're going to look at for any of these, feel encouraged to email me. In your essay, you should reference between 1 and 3 stories that we read in this unit. And if you're integrating MLA citation, you need to make sure that you're doing so without plagiarism. And I should say that as well for the technological option. The creative option, usually not so much, because it's your own idea. But do make sure that you're being authentic to your sources and you're conveying ideas in a way that's responsible. Which is, avoiding plagiarism. You can look at the additional specifics, but that's kind of the overview of the project. It's due Sunday at 11:59 p.m., and I look forward to seeing them.